When I was stationed in Germany, I got a roommate that came in here, Jack Dissinger. His number was D705, and he was a skydiver. I knew nothing about it. He needed a transportation to Spa, Belgium. I had a car, he didn't. I drove him to Spa, Belgium. Next thing I know, he taught me to skydive. So I started going to Belgium. I met my wife there. She had started jumping in '65 in Belgium as a real young girl, and because I was young, I guess, then too. But so we met, and I made my first jumps in Spa, Belgium. I got restationed back to the States in '69, so we decided to get married, and so she could come with me. And after that, I traveled. I was still in the Air Force. I did 20 years in the Air Force, moved around to Thailand, the Philippines, Iceland, different places. In '76, I got assigned to Luke Air Force Base, and I was stationed here, and I was given an opportunity to either change my career or go back to Germany. I elected to change my career, become a medic, and that gave me a reason to keep, continue jumping here at Luke. But the problem I had was I didn't fit in with the skydiving in those times. It was pretty loose, and it was stuff that I didn't like. So I came home one day, told my wife we're going to open a drop zone. I called my brother because I was only a sergeant in the Air Force. So I called my brother and borrowed $2,000 from him so I could put a down payment on a Cessna 182. And we started skydiving up Northwest Phoenix at Wild Horse West Parachute Center. And then it was a Saturday operation, and I was still full-time Air Force and that. And then it kind of grew. We started off, I took a hobby that I really love, and we built it in. I knew what I liked, so I figured other people liked it. And we tried to give it to them, and we became the largest parachuting center in Arizona. Then we continued that way up until 1986 when a big disaster happened. At that time, I was flying 2 Twin Beaches and 2 Cessna 182s, and we were doing a lot of skydiving. We had a big thunderstorm come through, destroyed all my airplanes except one of my beaches. So I knew Coolidge was for sale, the parachute center at Coolidge. And for some reason, the owner only wanted to sell it to me. So I was in line between the manager he had first shot, and then it was me, and his manager wasn't interested. So I bought Coolidge, and I started operating there. I operated in Coolidge from 1986 to 1990. At that time, in '84, I had retired from the Air Force. So now I have all my free time for skydiving and my hobby. And we built a big parachute center. We turned into a 7-day operation. Created some problem with the Air Force out of Williams Air Force Base because on the weekdays they would train there, and they never had anybody ever operating at that airport before. Then when I started, we started operating a lot. So ran into some little problems. The city of Coolidge bought my lease out, negotiated with me to buy my lease out in 1990. I came over here to Eloy, where the city manager had an airport with absolutely zero on it and nothing, and he invited me to come over here. We came over here. I bought 80 acres next to the airport, and I started building Skydive Arizona, and it's been growing ever since. And I think now we're probably one of the top skydiving centers in the world. That's kind of my history of what I've done. I've taken a sport that I just love, and my wife and I still both love this sport. And both my boys are in it with me now, and we just have a big desire to give back to the community what they gave to me, and something that a passion. That's why I'm doing it. I don't pretend that this sport's for everybody. I tell the people it's probably the best experience you'll ever have in your life when you make your first skydive. You might be hooked or you might never want to make another one, but I guarantee you that first skydive will rate the top thing in your mind and experiences for the rest of your life. And that's what I tell them. And I said, and you'll find out if you like it or not. And if you do, you won't find anything that you like better.